Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to an experiment where today we're taking a look at what would happen if Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were in the same team and of the same nationality. How would they get on? So what we've done is we popped them in Újpest in Hungary, and they've also got the Hungarian nationality. So we will have to see how they get on if they play for Hungary and what the situation is there. They're both around for 10 years. They're contracted to the club and will be joining the opposites real life club in the future. So they'll be Messi will be off to Man United in 10 years, and of course Ronaldo will be off to PSG at the end of his time at Újpest. But it'll be interesting to see how things go. If he can win, they can win anything domestically, and if they can also alternatively bring Hungary back to the former glory days that they've had previously. So what we'll do is we'll jump ahead and take a look how they get on. Okay, so we're a year on now, and we can see here that Lionel Messi has been playing on that right-hand side for them. I don't know what's happened to Ronaldo. I'm sure he's certainly played a few games for them, undoubtedly. Let's take a look, though. Cristiano Ronaldo, how has he got on this season? He has scored 14 goals and got 5 assists in the league for Újpest, 27 appearances. So that's interesting to see. Let's take a look quickly, actually, at their past winners. So they didn't win the league, that's for sure. If we take a look at past positions, nope, that's not it, is it? If we go straight onto the stages, we can just jump back a season. There you go. Újpest just outside Europe, so they didn't actually make Europe with Messi and Ronaldo in the team, which is very, very interesting indeed. Let's take a look at Messi then. How has he got on? Any better at all? Let's see, 11 goals and 3 assists for him for player of the matches. So both performing very, very well indeed for their respective team, which is Újpest for both of them. I don't know why I said respective, because they're both playing for the same team. Strange. Overview though, if we go back and take a look at the Hungarian national team, we can see 7 caps and 6 goals for Messi for the national team, which is very interesting, and 8 goals in 8 games for Ronaldo. So they've obviously been playing for them, as you'd probably expect. Tactically, they're playing up top on their own, so the two of them up there, that's pretty cool to see. Ronaldo and Messi up top for the national team of Hungary. How have they got on, though, in competitions? So World Cup qualifying, they've obviously had a few games in there where they in fact lost to the likes of Albania, Poland and England. Beat San Marino, Poland and Andorra, so a little bit of a turnaround there. And a few friendlies as well they won. Lost in European League Division A, where they to Portugal and Holland, and it looks like they've got few more of those games coming up. Be interesting to see if they can manage to take them to a World Cup or even the Euros, anything like that. But let's jump ahead again and see how they get on. Okay, here we are. So they're playing a 4-4-2 now. Lionel Messi and Ronaldo up top together, just like they do for the Hungarian national team. Ronaldo, though, how has he got on? Looks like 23 goals and 4 assists in the last season, so even better turnaround for him. And I'm sure Messi's probably even the same. 22 goals, 13 assists, absolutely run riot in the league. We can see, though, if we take a look, 12 appearances and 11 goals for Messi for Hungary. And for Ronaldo, it's 10 goals in 14 appearances. Take a look at the national team. Are they still playing up top together? Well, Ronaldo's up there. Looks like Messi may be out of the squad, maybe due to injury, something like that. Wouldn't surprise me. Take a look at the scheduling. As we've gone only another year on, we can see they beat Portugal and drew with Spain. So a couple of games there that are quite surprising. And the Euros qualifying group beating Cyprus and drawing with Slovenia, with Ronaldo and Messi getting goals in both of those games. So it'll be interesting to see if they can make it to the Euros. That's for sure. If we go back, though, and take a look at Újpest, how have they got on in the season? So it doesn't look like they managed to get too far, unfortunately losing there. But they did all right in the league. It's not... They haven't done too badly. They have made it to Europe, which is good. Ferencváros are still top of the pile, top of the table. No real fears there for them. But Ronaldo and Messi are obviously leading the pack in the likes of the player stats down there, as you can see, with goals scored, average ratings and assists. But let's jump ahead again one more time to see if anything further has developed for them. And here we are once again. Ronaldo and Messi still captain and vice captain, 40 and 37 each. Obviously, we're 5 years on, or 4 years on from when we started, so it'll be interesting to see how things have gone. 32 caps for Hungary and 19 goals for Ronaldo. Played a lot less over the last couple of seasons for Ujpest. So it'll be interesting to see how that's affected his Hungarian kind of status. Lionel Messi, though, has he been similar? 32 caps, 21 goals, still banging in the goals for Hungary. And again, also a massive reduction in appearances. Is that the age coming in there? 7.88 and a 7.11. I mean, I'd still probably be playing him, even with the physicals going down. You'd find a space for him in that team because everything else is just so good. Just like Ronaldo, I mean, even his physicals are probably better than half of the team he's in already. But that's interesting to see for sure. Let's take a look at the schedule, though. Obviously, in the Europa Conference League, they did play in that. In the league pathway. Unfortunately, didn't quite get through to the group stage. Did all right in the Hungarian Cup, though, by the looks of it, winning the thing. So Lionel Messi getting in the goal in the final to win them that. So that's quite good to see. They're obviously done something right. And maybe it's even their stature in the league that has brought players in. Because there are a few players in here that are looking quite good, which I think are players that, like John Guidetti, for example, I wouldn't have expected him to necessarily be joining Ujpest, so there you go. Hungary, though, as a side, they're still seen as the best players, of course, but tactically, how are they playing? Messi on the right-hand side, Ronaldo up top on his own. It looks like they've got a few injuries, but yeah. So they're still in that team, that's for sure. Not missing out there. Let's take a look, though. If we jump back a couple of seasons, we can see they've done very well in that group stage. Obviously, losing to Spain twice is probably the only real downfall, because otherwise they've drawn against Slovenia, who's probably the only real other rivals in that group stage, making it to the Euros. Unfortunately, they did get knocked out by Croatia, Portugal, who Ronaldo scored against, which is quite interesting, and France 3-2, Ronaldo and Messi getting goals in that one as well. So some big stuff there, and they also managed to do well in the European League with Bosnia, Wales and Slovenia all in that group, and they performed pretty well by the looks of it. World Cup qualifying, they've also managed to beat San Marino 4-0 and draw against Finland, with a few more teams as well. I mean, a few of those teams they've already beat to the Euros, so you never know. Could be World Cup could be on the cards. With that said, what we'll do is we'll jump 5 years on to when they'll start leaving the club as their kind of contract comes to an end, and we'll see how they've got on over that time. A world ranking of 42nd. Will that go up any further, or are we leaving it there? Let's jump ahead and take a look. All right, then. So we are now at 2030. Lionel Messi obviously will be leaving in July of next year. But I think it's time for us to take a look. Because, I mean, looking at this, you can see he's barely played at all for Ujpest now in the league. I mean, he's absolutely smashed it for the second team, getting 8 goals and 10 assists. 10 goals and 10 assists, I should say. Still looking very nice, even with those physicals being so low. Let's take a look at Ronaldo, though, if he's still about. Because, I mean, where's he gone? I don't know. I'm guessing maybe he's in the second team along with... Yeah, there he is with Messi. Let's take a look here. 41 caps for Hungary and 20 goals. So, yeah, he's been moved down to the second team. As you see, he's just completely dropped off, not doing that. Not surprising, he's 45 years old, to be fair to him. So it's quite impressive that he's kept going for that long. Anyway, so yeah, 42 and 45 respectively. If we take a look at Messi, we can see 58 caps and 22 goals for Hungary in the end, and Ronaldo was 41 caps and 20 goals. Let's take a look at Hungary, though, and see how that is. They're no longer the top players in the side, which is probably expected, all things considered. A 52nd world ranking, so they did drop off now that what looks like Messi and Ronaldo have probably dropped out of the team. Let's take a look at the schedule, though. If we jump back a few seasons, we'll be able to take a proper look here. And we can see that they did pretty well in the World Cup qualifying, losing to Spain once there and drawing with them otherwise. Following that, they did make the World Cup, losing to Brazil 3-0 and winning against Costa Rica 3-0, with Lionel Messi getting a goal there. That did lead to a 4-0 thumping from Italy, which is a shame. And they did get knocked out of the Division A by Czech Republic, Portugal and Italy of the European League. So a little bit of a shame there. Was there anything further from that? The qualifying groups, obviously there, got knocked out again in the Division 3. Obviously got relegated from that. World Cup qualifying as well. It's just not looked quite as good since Ronaldo and Messi have kind of retired from the international game. And it just shows how much two players can really affect a team and how their performance is. Because otherwise it is down to the boys that they have normally, and they can't quite match what they can do with Ronaldo and Messi, as you'd probably expect. But you can see the highs there of 36 for Hungary were pretty impressive, quite near where they started, but they've dropped right off since. But there you go. Very, very interesting, I thought, with the likes of Ronaldo and Messi in the side there. It does affect things, as you'd probably expect, but it was very interesting, especially as the massive drop-off. It only took 2 seasons before they barely played any football, even though they were still performing pretty well for them, for both Ronaldo and Messi, and then being chucked into the reserve sides. I mean, they'd still be good for mentoring, that sort of thing anyway, if you had them in your side. But there you go. We'll leave it there anyway. Let me know what you thought. I thought it was a bit of an interesting one, just to see how Lionel Messi and Ronaldo would do at the same club and at the same national team. What we could do quickly before we do go, though, is actually take a look at Ujpest and how they got on in kind of winning trophies and stuff over the last few years. I can't imagine they'd have had much effect, considering they haven't really played for them. You can see there, nothing really of note. Not really got into many trophies. I mean, you've obviously got Europa Conference League there, where they got knocked out, unfortunately. But the only trophy that we've seen them get is that final. Although, here's another one. At the Hungarian Cup final against Puskás Akadémia, they did win that. So that's quite cool. Again, back when Ronaldo and Messi were a bit more involved in the side, but still couldn't get through the Europa Conference League. And yeah, obviously the season before they also won it, which we saw. So they won it 2 years running, the Hungarian Cup, but otherwise very, very limited in trophies. So even those 2 players can't get you stuff like that. But there you go. We'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.